Once you encounter equation described by divergence something, you can apply the divergence theorem, which means that you can do a volume integral. 你一旦遇到散度的公式，你就可以用散度定理。那散度定理的意思就是，你可以去做一个体积分，来看看究竟发生什么事啊。So if this is medium number one, this is medium number two, then I can consider a cylinder. The cylinder is small enough so that the cross-section, in the cross-section region, the field do not change significantly. So we can approximately assume that the field through the cross-section is all the same value. OK， 好，就是说，考虑一个很小很小的圆柱，好，这圆柱的截面积够小，所以呢，这范围很小，所以你电磁场经过这个截面积的范围，它没有什么变化，都是同样的值，啊，都同样的值。但是我们要考虑的是，在这两侧界面的两侧的值之间有什么关系？啊 ，So now we observe that the normal vector along this surface is n, and in this surface, the normal vector I denote it as minus n. So assume that the height of this cylinder is h, and we first let h go to 0, and we apply divergence theorem to these two equations. So if I do the volume integral, I do the volume integral about divergence d. According to divergence theorem, this is equal to the outer surface integral to calculate the flux, total flux of the D field. Okay. However, since h goes to 0, so the flux through the cylinder 的边缘，好，这一圈的面积的贡献是0了啊，所以 the S includes this part plus this part. Okay, and this part goes to 0, because h approaches 0. And in this part we have D1 normal times A minus D2 normal times A. Okay, here D1, 2 normal means N dot D1, 2. Okay, and according to the right hand side, if here is some sigma f surface charge density, then we have the right hand side. The right hand side means Q in. Okay, and the Q in inside the cylinder, solid cylinder, this is equal to sigma F times A. Okay, so finally we get D1n minus D2n is equal to sigma F. So the difference of the normal component of the displacement field is equal to the surface charge density. Okay, free surface charge density. If we do not input any surface charge on the surface, then the normal component of D vector will be continuous across this interface. We can apply the same consideration to the second equation, divergence B equal to 0, and get this. This 0 comes from the divergence B equal to 0, no monopole. So we get B1n is equal to B2n. So the normal component of the B field is continuous across this interface. Now let's consider the curl equations. 下课了没有？还没吧？下课了，又上课了啊！好，抱歉，我完全没有听到。那我就先继续上。想要上厕所的同学就直接去上厕所啊！好，讲的正嗨的时候停不下来。我把这4个讲完之后，让大家休息一下。 So now we consider these two equations. We consider a rectangular loop. The width is, the length is L, and the height is H. We consider a rectangular loop like this. Then, once we encounter curl equation, we can apply the Stokes theorem. Stokes theorem 的意思就是，你可以把面积分转成线积分。好，我们现在考虑 Stokes theorem。好，那应用在这两个式子，So we consider a rectangular loop with two edge length equal to L and H, and we also let H go to 0. The surface integral can be translate to the line integral. The line integral. So the line integral include these two parts.